Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Happy Tuesday, the 24th of January. Thank you for being here. We're going to be building some Lunar New Year sets. We're going to finish off the parade. Hello, Stud Sidious. Hello, Missy. Thanks for being here. So I'm going to put something in the chat, and I'm going to try to remember that it's there. I don't know if I can... if I've got the tools to do that here, but given what's happened at the ballroom dance club in California, please consider it's the Half Moon Bay dance club in Monterey Park, California. Especially in Lunar New Year, please consider donating to a Asian American or Pacific Islander charity of your choice. This table is so wobbly. I need to stop being so wobbly. That would be amazing. I put one of the ones I've been looking at and that I'm going to donate to in the chat. I'm going to see if I can pin that. I don't know if I can pin anything yet. I don't think I've got that kind of power yet. Shush. Micah, how's it going? Yeah, I can pin that message. So that's just one of the charities that if you have the ability to, if you're in a position to help out, this would help kind of the general outlook for no hate for Pacific Islanders and Asian Americans, considering what happened at Monterey Dance Club. So on with the Lego stuff, I want to show you, this is really fun. I have been working, first of all, finishing up the Strider, the Horizon Zero Dawn Strider. It's pretty much done. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm stealing something from Synthetic Mason's book and using this harness as this will be kind of a rubberized... It'll be a little floppy, so I can bend it a little bit. So this will be the tails of the Strider. But then also, once it pins here, I can kind of feed it under the leg and connect it up under here. So it'll give it some of that hose-looking stuff and the tails on the back. So that's done. So I'm going to start getting the parts for that. And I've been working on this the last couple days, and I'm super excited to get it finished. This is a shell walker. I think it might be a little big, but I'm going to try to keep these legs a little smaller. A shell walker is one of these kind of weird crab-like machines. It's got 6 legs and 2 arms. The big claw arm is supposed to pick up cargo and load it onto its back and stuff, but it ends up like smacking you around and stuff. And then this thing shoots electric pulses, and then it has like a big force field that it puts up, but I'm not going to worry about that. But I've been having a lot of fun with this. Trying to figure out all the hexagonal bits to this. So I'm very excited to have this up and running so I can move on to like a lance horn and a sawtooth and all that stuff. So that's what's going on with that. Very excited. I'm not going to save these. But yeah, so that's where we're at with that. If you notice any issues with... sound or video, let me know, because OBS had a major update right before this, so I wanted to get that updated. Here we are. We've got one float done. We're about halfway through another float, so that's where we're going to pick up. We're going to pick up with bag 5 and just keep on a-building. So this is the last of the family business here in Austin, the Grackle. We're probably going to go to maybe Willard's or something this weekend, so I'll try to get another 6-pack or 4-pack of something local to have next week. So cheers. I don't believe I'll have anything before Thursday, so Thursday may be oh look, there's a White Claw in the fridge, or maybe I'll have a rum and Coke or something. Or just water. Maybe I'll just have water. So how are you doing, Micah? I hope everything's going well for you. And your family. Y'all are still in Ohio, right? After the move. Micah used to be part of our lug. He and his wife. It was great having them because for a while it was a bunch of old white dudes, and then these kids showed up, and it was just nice to get new blood and new perspectives and stuff. So it was very cool. And Micah's betrothed also was a is, and I think you might be too, cosplayer, and she dressed as Aloy, and so I immediately was like, I need to be friends with these people because that is my favorite game of all time. So hopefully everything's good for you, Micah. Thanks for being on. We've got 2 more performers here. We've got a very happy lady with a crash cymbal and a hammer for the crash cymbal. Where's her hair? They both have the same hair? Yes. And she has a... There it is. So this is the same... they don't have, by the looks of it, the little stands there. This lady is a little more severe. She is concentrating. Oh, she only gets 1 face. This lady gets 2 faces. She gets a serene face, and I'm excited to be part of this parade face. Which, I mean, why wouldn't you? She gets, I'm working very hard. Here, don't bother me face. Slightly smiley. That's the Mona Lisa look. Kind of smiley, but all business. So yeah. So not a lot changed since Sunday. Not a lot going on. The weather here is dreary. Kind of chilly. A little wet. But I'm still enjoying it because I like that kind of weather. Yeah, and I've spent the majority of today at work doing kind of a lot of hurry up and wait tickets with some vendors. And one vendor is just, it's on all our entire company's last nerve because there's a portion of our group that hasn't had service for almost this whole week, and this company's just not getting back to us, and it's kind of frustrating to the point where it's like, you owe us money for how much we did not have service from your product. Yeah, it's such a bummer. And everybody's frustrated, but it's like there's nothing we can do about it. We call and they say, well, we don't understand what the problem is, or we'll get back to you because this is out of our control, but we'll get somebody from the other department who is in control to get this done for you, and blah, blah, blah. And it never happens. And then I get calls at like 7:30 at night, and I don't know who the person is. It's an 800 number, and I'm like, I'm not going to answer that 8 o'clock at night. And then they leave a message, and I'm like, so I call them back, and then I just get a random tech, and you're like, come on, man. So I fully expect my boss tomorrow to be like, look, we need to get this fixed. And I'll be like, all right. I know we do. I've been trying. Happy Lunar New Year to you, Scott. How are things? Are you guys snowed out up there? I heard I was talking to another support vendor today, and he's either visiting or he's moved to Michigan. The company's actually based out of Houston, and I think he was there for a while, but he has moved to Michigan. And so he's like, how's the weather going there? I heard there was a tornado in Houston. And I'm like, oh, well, that's 150 miles away. I have no idea. But he was saying that they had a blizzard there that was one of those whiteout blizzards with no snow. It just like blew all the snow that was already around all over the place. I was like, yeah, I remember those. So I didn't know if that it was a wide swath of stuff that hit you in Wisconsin or not. So. So when it hits, just be safe. You live there, you know what's going on. What's up, Macro? Yeah, this is a hoot so far. I'm really liking the colors and the motions of it all, and it's a lot of fun. Some very fun part usage. What we call NPU in the biz. My order from Lego finally got here. I got a brown spaceman, a baby, my Chinese New Year set. Nice. I'm like this close to just ordering a spaceman. I don't think I want to wander around Austin looking for CMF packages all day. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just order one. I did hear that people are now, I know you guys aren't because you're good Lego citizens, but I have heard tell that people are using the bricks and pieces, missing or broken bricks, to reorder their purple helmets and purple tanks and purple legs from this set because they're broken or missing. And then what they've done is they've already ordered a ton of the space people from a previous CMF with the torso, and now they have a bunch of purple. But they aren't ordering it like ordering it. They're ordering it as a broken thing so they can get a replacement. So if you've done that, don't tell me, because then I have to report you. I'm not going to report you. But just don't do that. Order it, fine. Order it individually. Pay money for it, but don't abuse the system. Lego has done a really good job of offering like broken pieces and stuff as a service. And I just when I hear about people like abusing it like that, I get so frustrated. Yeah. I mean, I had to go through a bit of rigmarole for a bunch of broken, bunch of rigmarole. I had to email one person because I was selling a set, and as I was taking it apart, it kept falling apart because it was all that broken red. And I did it, and I was like, look, I'm literally missing like 30 of these red plates. And they're like, we can't really replace that many plates. Or it was flagged as such. And I was like, okay. And they're like, if you believe this was an error, please contact us. And so I contacted them, and I was like, look, I get what you're doing. And I understand why, but let me tell you that it's this set. It's this, and I didn't tell them why I was taking it apart, but I'm just like, it's this Robbie House, the Robbie House set. I can't tell which way is up on this. So I was like, this is due to a manufacturing problem. I didn't, I was like, I have photos of the broken pieces. So this is kind of frustrating. I can't really see this sticker. It's supposed to be gold, but I mean, all I see is the bubbles underneath it. See if I can scrape out some of these bubbles. All I see is like my fingerprints and the bubbles. It's very hard to like make out what that is at all. I don't know if you guys can even see what that is. You can kind of see what that is, but I mean, that's not any kind of reflection on that. You've lost it. That's barely visible. It just kind of looks like a mess. And I can't tell that I've got it right side up or what. I don't think I do. Now that I'm looking at it. Anyway. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I almost feel like not putting the sticker on. And there's a ton more. I mean, look how many more of those are there. If that's all if all these like printed gold things are going on red, I don't even know that that's worth putting on there. Let's see what else is going on. My Avs are playing tonight. They just started. Probably check the scores here in a little bit. They're playing the Caps, which might be an all right game. They might get blown out. They still don't have Cale Makar. I'm a little worried about that. I heard the Canucks lost their coach after like a month of everybody dancing on eggshells whether he was going to be the coach or not and then of course they set it up to like fire him and get a new coach right as they're hitting like a pretty easy streak in their schedule, so it looks like they're doing pretty well when they're not. Or I mean, they're just playing easy teams. So that kind of sucks. Anyway, oh, this is fun. I like this, so you can kind of see. Covers the wheels a little bit. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I can understand what would show. Like, I understand that gold and red, I mean, in general, show up pretty well, but that's just too light. But I agree. That maybe on black or white. Definitely not that. Colors going pretty well. I like all these little flowers on the sides. Got some stuff going on there. Yeah, I'm super jazzed about that shell walker. That's turning out really cool. It's not exactly like the right color, but I couldn't get... I think it's a sand green panel, and it just... I did my best with those like weird panels, so... I'm just kind of jazzed the way it's turning out. And there's some part usage in there that was just very fortuitous. So I'm very excited. ×3. I'm trying to think. I thought there was some new news on something like Star Wars or Marvel or something, but I don't think there is. I thought something was going on. Kind of major. Maybe I'm just wishing that it were. The only thing that was going on for a while was Willow. Oh, The Last of Us is out. We watched the first episode. That was pretty cool. Haven't watched the second episode yet. I did talk about that because we felt like we were a little burned out on Walking Dead, so this will be interesting, but it seems cool so far. It's a very good look. It's very cool looking. Like stairs or something going up to the top level for people to walk on. Oh yeah, that's right. Bad Batch will come out tomorrow, so I get to look forward to that. Yeah, the first episode was like, meh. Second episode was actually really good. I really liked it. I like that Tech got a little more love on this one. And as soon as I saw that episode, I was like, oh, they're going to start selling some Riot speeders now. They're going to have a whole Riot speeder racing set. And knowing the way they've treated the shows and the video games, like if it's not a major movie, they do it like in weird spots. So they're going to be like, you're going to get one racer, and it's not even going to be like the racer with the droid, like the main character. It's going to be a different one, and there's going to be some pit droids. And you're going to be like, wait, what? Who is this? You know, because I don't want to make a new droid, but you'll get an alien that they already have a mold for, and it'll just be that dude. You remember that dude? He was one of the racers, and you're like, ugh, thanks, Lego. So then it's all on us. Yes, Dots got canceled. I saw that. Had to break the news to my lug for that. It will continue to run its course through the rest of 2023. But then after that, it's gonna, which is kind of a while still. Like they're still gonna be doing stuff. And then it's just gonna be like the dots will just be folded into other lines, and I'm like, that just means that you're gonna have printed tiles in other sets. The whole reason dots existed was to be like arts and crafts kind of thing, where you can, you know, make mosaics and do things that aren't like typically Lego sets. Putting printed tiles in other Lego sets is not, I don't know how you turn a Hulkbuster into an arts and crafts project, but bedazzle it if you need to. I don't know what they plan on doing. The A-frame's out. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were really sad about it. So we were joking in our Discord today. Missy may have seen this. The new Bionicle gift with purchase is coming out. And it'll be out like tomorrow through like 4 days. It's not that long, I don't think. It's just it might be like a week, but I don't think it's that long. And you have to buy something in any one of, you have to get $95 US. It's going to be different in the UK or Australia or Europe. You have to spend $95 US on sets within basically Lego's IP themes. So Ninjago, Dots, City, I'm trying to think of the other ones now. I can't think of anything else. Not Star Wars, Harry Potter, or Avatar, or anything like that, but any city. I don't even think Technic. Monkey Kid, that was the other one. Monkey Kid. And $95 within any of that, and then you can get that gift with purchase. And the funny thing is, we were all joking that it was $95 worth of bracelets, but on the site you can only get 3 per person. So you're like, well, I guess I'm buying a rocket or something from City just in order to get that. Yep, Creator 3-in-1, that was the other one. I knew I was missing a couple. Which I like the Creator 3-in-1s. I don't buy a ton of them, but I usually get them. And the funny thing is, I'm like, I'm just going to get them for parts. And then, like, I've got 4 of them just hanging out on shelves. I'm like, I should probably take those apart and use them for parts, like I said I was going to. Like that robot. I got the robot jet somewhere, and the tigers. The lion and the tiger and the owl. A couple others, I'm sure. Well, that was fun. That's not the piece I need. So I ran through a small dry run of studio today, talking about studio and getting prepped for my presentation on Saturday. And I realized that I can just about cover most things in about 45 minutes as long as I don't stop to talk about anything else. And provided I just start on time and there's no technical issues, and I can get through most of studio in that time, and even mention like parts designer. So hopefully, all right, we're gonna try this. Try it without touching it, which I think I've already touched it. So now there shouldn't be any fingerprints on there, but there's still going to be little bubbles. And I know this is washed out because the light's really bright, but I can't really... I mean, you can kind of see. It's really vague. Oh, that's the old... I'm like, what am I doing? And I mean, and this isn't a small, you know, you got these guys over here, these big coins. And those are very obvious, right? You can very much tell what those are. And I'm guessing that these are supposed to be similar, but I mean, you can't tell from a distance. There's nothing drawing your attention to that. I almost feel like I would rather swap out one of these coins for that tile. And also get off my lawn. All right, so here's the thing I got yelled at on YouTube for. I follow a couple sites that are kind of bigger sites that I don't really care. I don't really like watch them all that much, but for whatever reason I'm subscribed to them, and I feel like I'm going to unsubscribe to them. But they'll post like community posts every once in a while, and those are kind of fun because they ask questions and, you know, do polls and things. And one of them was today, how many states have you visited? If you live in the US, how many states have you visited? Or even if you don't live in the US, how many states have you visited? And I was like, well, I've visited 21, but here's the question. What does it mean to visit another state? You know, does it mean you've just crossed the border? You're driving along, you're driving from Colorado to Arkansas, and you've crossed, or Missouri, and you've crossed Kansas. Does that count as a visit? Maybe you stop for gas, maybe you spend the night, but you're not really staying in Kansas, you're just driving through it. What if you have a layover at O'Hare? Do you consider that I visited Illinois? Or do you have to go, is the idea that's your destination? Like, I'm visiting South Dakota because I'm going to Mount Rushmore, right? I'm going to Louisiana because I'm going to a music festival, right? So what defines it as a visit? And of course, everyone's jumping my crap. They're like, you know those signs that when you cross the border, it says, welcome to whatever state? That's a visit. And I'm like, is it though? You're driving through it. You're not really visiting it. I mean, if that were the case, I could just drive past my mom's house and go, hey, I visited. I don't know what you're talking about. I pulled up into your driveway, I waved, and then I left. That's a visit. So that when those maps come up, I'm always like, all right, now, are we talking like I stopped for gas in this place? Or is this I spent the night? Or, you know, I was there long enough to have at least 3 meals. What would you consider a visit? And I also have to remember that everybody on YouTube is not my age. They're probably all in their teens going, look at this dude doesn't know what a visit means. Look at this Homer. Doesn't know what he's talking about. This is going to be really weird because that's not very well on there. We shall see. Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't my channel. Yeah, so I mean, Missy, if you were looking at one of those maps where it's like, have you visited New Jersey? Did you, you know, because you crossed the border? I'm like, well, if that's the case, then I've crossed the border from LA to New York. I've visited all those states. I've been to every single one of those states because I've crossed their border. Well, no, you have to be on the ground. Okay, you know, I drove from Florida to LA. Did I visit Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas? You know, did I visit all those, or was I just driving through? I always feel like it's the word visit. I've been to those places, but I've visited. The visited places are like, I've stopped in this place intentionally and had food and met people and saw a thing. Trying to do this without... And I almost don't care now with these. I'm just putting basically transparent stickers on here. You can't really tell what they are. So that's one drawback so far on a set that is kind of devoid of drawbacks, really. It's a very nice set so far. It's a lot of fun putting it together. But yeah, these stickers just don't do it for me. And the one time I decide to do stickers and I can barely see them. So that doesn't help the case of stickers much. Those are those and that. And this goes back here. And those are your extras. And we're moving on to bag 6. I get it. I agree. Oh, we got more musicians in bag 6. This is the music float. Well, there's some musicians there too. That was one musician. Well, no, all 3 of these have been on this float, so that's going to be cool. This is what I like about Lego right here. I got this for one minifig, but I knew that the parts were going to be cool too. So I'm very happy with the parts, but also the build is fun. So it all works out. Got some cool hairstyles in this one too. Excited for that. Let's see, it is 46 degrees right now and mostly cloudy. I may just go outside and hang out for a little bit after this. And all these torsos are the same. This is a drawback, but I get it because they're in a parade, so they all have to kind of look the same. But getting like 7 of these, what do we got so far? 5 of these figures. That's kind of a bummer deal, but whatever. All right, this lady's got two heads, and she's smirking, and she has a freckle. And in this one, she's very happy about something that just happened. So we'll give her the freckle. I've been to 20 states, but done something 3 to 5. Yeah, I kind of... that night while driving to Connecticut. Here she is with her guitar, or whatever instrument that's going to be. A lute. She's got a lute. See, the print on that lute is very nice. I like that a lot. That's very cool. So we'll have her playing it kind of like that. Let's see, where is this lady? Is also, she's younger, and I say that because she's got, it feels like bigger eyes and pinker lips, and then a smaller mouth kind of thing. So she's very happy about playing, and this is a super cool hairstyle here with the braids and the buns at the top. That's very cool. And then she's got a couple noisemakers. I'm sure these instruments have names, but I don't know what they are. So I'm going to try to get the rest of this done tonight. I do have 4 more bags, but I'm going to try to get all these done. So this may be a little late. Feel free to bounce when it gets too late. It's just going to be kind of that thing. So there you go. All right. These pieces always get to me. Like I never know really what they don't function, right? There's nothing in them, and yet they look like these giant bazookas. I should probably get more of these because they'd be great for like spaceship cannons and whatnot. Ooh. Weather's picking up outside. The weather outside is frightful. All right, 4 of these guys. Facing which way? That way. Got another printed lantern minifig head. That's pretty cool. Some railing. And a very cool, like, I'm surprised how often these come in like really unique colors. I've got a lot of these discs that are just in colors you wouldn't expect. All right, so I don't have a whole lot to talk about. So what do you guys have going on right now? Any interesting building going on? Oh, this is, you have to line this up specific. Like it has to be exactly like that according to the instruction. That's crazy. I mean, I can sit here and talk about my dog, how she's, you know, the little one is amazing. She's just the sweetest little pumpkin, but also she craps in the house all the time. And the big one's super sweet, but she barks at every little thing that happens. And my cat is a big doofus who yells at me every morning 2 hours before it's time to feed him. Apparently, so I'm reminded that he is in fact hungry. Waiting on parts order for mosaic. Oh, cool. What kind of mosaic are you doing? I was going to talk about mosaics as part of the studio talk on Saturday. And as I was kind of running through all the stuff and like timing myself and everything today, I tried to launch the mosaic maker and it went, nope. And I don't feel like launching. And I'm like, all right, well, normally this is what this would do. But there's also software and you can kind of do it via spreadsheet and, you know, there's tools online. You don't have to use Bricklink or Studio. There's a person on our lug who does a lot of the lady whose husband did the castle support, project support thing. She does a lot of mosaics. Pretty big ones too. They're pretty good. Oh, you doing it of your dog? That's pretty sweet. Beth asked one time, she's like, you should do a Lego model of the dog we had at the time, Allie. I'm like, why? She's like, I think that'd be fun. I'm like, it would look like any other Lego dog. Like, I can't make it that specific to her. Also, I didn't really want to, but I don't want to say that. Wow, that's pretty big. Actually, yeah, that's like about yay big, right? 14 by 11, something like that. Maybe. Probably a little bigger. Sub-assemblies. My old English bulldog is Muggsy. He will spite poop. He's fully trained to go outside, but if you leave him... Yeah. I think that dogs can do that too, but Beth is like, dogs don't know what spite is. They don't know what... And I'm like, I think they do. And they're just not telling you. 100 1x2, 100 1x3 tiles, like all in the same color. Oh, times 2, dang it. Or I'm guessing you need like 100 in like 7 different colors. Oh, he knows. Yeah, Aggie will... They should go to the bathroom right after they eat. So right after they eat, like 15 minutes later, we'll take them outside. And then she'll just sniff around and not do anything. And I wait and I wait and I wait. And finally I'm like, all right, you guys aren't doing anything. Come back in. And like 10 minutes later, she's pooped in the bathroom. To be fair, she does poop either on tile or on the pee pads that we leave around. So she's at least considerate. It's not like she just randomly poops in our shoes or something. So that's, I guess, okay. Like, it's easy. It's super easy to clean up. It's almost not even worth complaining about anymore. But at the same time, I'm like, I really wish you wouldn't do that. Times 4. Spite crap sounds like a punk band. Comes on the stage after Mustard Plug. Or before Mustard Plug. All light nougat. You got 100 light. Do you have the rest of the tiles for everything else you need? You're just waiting on light nougat? Yeah, I've got... So our dog, Kaylee, will... I mean, they both will poop and pee on walks if I took them more often. So, I mean, they're really good about that. The problem is I just don't take them often enough. So we go out in the backyard and they do their business in the backyard, but half the time Aggie's like, yeah, I think I want to poop inside today. You know, she's half and half. Could be worse. It's not like all inside. But I'm like, I really wish it was mostly outside. Can't tell which way that's facing, but I'm assuming that way. This is very unique building style to get a round thing. Get a round thing. Kind of reminds me of the Saturn V bit a little bit. You got some snot builds. You got some things with bars and things with clips. So that's pretty cool. And these are going to get stickers, and these are going to be the stickers that I am not looking forward to. This is sticker 8 on both of these. Well, and the other problem we have is that I don't take them walking as much as I should, and Beth doesn't clean up the backyard at all. Like, she'll clean it once every couple months. So it's just, the backyard is just a poop yard. Which is fine. It's not... The other one I had, I nailed it. This one, I keep, like, hitting it. And when I go to mow the backyard, it's not even that big of a yard, but every time I go mow, I have special shoes. I have like old running shoes that I don't wear anymore, but I leave out in the garage, and those are literally my shit kickers, because otherwise I'm just dragging. So I mow and then I leave them in the garage. If I step in crap, that's fine with me. Okay, so there's your big old drum. Got some stickers on that. Put that on here. Bam. There you go. All right, now we're making what probably is a dragon. Held the poop all weekend when we went out of town for a funeral. Went to a rest stop and she just kept pooping. Took her a few minutes to clean it all up. Aw, poor thing. We, our first trip with our older dog, Kaylee, older by like a year. She's like 4, 3.5, something like that. And we were driving to Kentucky, and every rest stop we went to, she would not poop or pee. Like, she wouldn't do anything. And we're like, ugh, walk around, you know, the side of the road, by the gas station, find some grass, hit a rest stop, nice big areas. Well, not doing anything. We're just like, this is a long drive. Like, this is a 13-hour drive. If you don't pee, you're gonna hurt yourself. And we just could not figure out how to get her to do it. So finally, Beth is like, you know what? Every time I take her to PetSmart, she pees. Like, we go into the store, somebody sees her and wants to pet her, she gets excited, she pees. So she's like, I hate doing it, but we found, I don't know where we're somewhere in Memphis or something like that, or Little Rock, I forget. And she's like, let's just go to this this PetSmart and go in, or maybe it was Petco, because she used to work for PetSmart and didn't want to do it to PetSmart, but Petco was okay to do it to. And sure enough, went in there, and the first person was like, oh, look at the little puppy. She peed like she had been holding it in forever. And she's like, yep, that worked. The poop, we were all right with, like, holding it for a little bit, but the pee especially, we're like, you need to pee. So that's what we did, and it worked. And of course, you know, Beth's like, oh no, stop, you know. But they're ready for that. They have animals in there all the time, so they've got stuff to clean it up, and it's not a huge deal. But it's kind of funny. Yep. Bulldogs are stubborn. They are at that. ×2. Got some just regular light trans yellow minifig heads here. Hey, Beth. 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 When we took Kaylee to your parents in Kentucky and she wouldn't poop or pee, did we take her to a Petco or a PetSmart?
Petco.
It was a Petco. You didn't want her pooping in PetSmart, right? Or peeing.
Yeah, because I like PetSmart.
That's really funny. Okay. Oh man, it's another sticker. So we'll see how this one works. But this one's like a darker yellow. This one's going to show up really well. If I can get it on there. Perfect. So that shows up pretty well. Brad's Bricks, hi. Yeah. Any breed that has a side eye as part of their breed trait, they just kind of look at you like, what? I don't understand what you're talking about. It's done, it says. Click. That's very pretty. Got this. Got these lanterns again. Printed lantern. See, now the gold shows up on here pretty good, right? You can see that. I think it's just those stickers didn't have a lot of oomph on that gold. Add that to there. Add that to there. Very, very cool. These are great pieces too. Look at that, red pumpkin. So now you can get in the new centerpiece botanical is going to have those dark orange ones, and now you can have red in this one. That's going to be neat. There's going to be a whole like kind of harvest feel to these once people start getting all these other bits. It is actually quite warm up the front here. I got a sweatshirt on and we got the heater on because it's cold out, but it's blowing right on me. It's 45 degrees outside and I am sweaty. These attach here. Maybe. Oh, they have a thing on them too. Whoops. They have a tassel. They have a cave troll. So I didn't know these were part of it. Yeah, it's a fun set. Like, it's a lot of fun to build. There's some things I normally probably wouldn't, because it's like building a city set. You know, it's got city people, it's a city feel, but at the same time, it's super unique in its visual aesthetic. So there's what we got so far. The big drum, you got the lanterns on the sides. Yeah, it's very, very fun. Your remaining 2 bazookas. So a lot of these gold dots. Hollow dots, hollow stud dots. We're finally getting snow. It's been a mild winter. Yeah. It's kind of, that's what I've been hearing all over the place. Usually we have a freeze or two. Last year, and I've been instructed I cannot wish for winter weather because 2 years ago we got absolutely demolished. And so people make me go outside and spit and turn around 3 times and throw salt and all kinds of stuff to make sure that we don't have that weather again. And meanwhile, I'm like, man, we would get that weather all the time. And it wasn't that big a deal. Yeah, it's like raining here and it's like 45 degrees, so it's not... This is typical winter, pretty much, in Austin. The difference being we have no infrastructure to handle it when it goes sideways. So, I get that. Sucked as in not been a winter or just been like really bad. Because I would think of things like, oh, it sucked because there's been no snow and it's just been kind of blah and gray and not, you know, kind of cold but no fun to go with it kind of thing. So you missed my speech earlier, Brad, about not abusing the replacement brick bit on Lego by asking for the purple stuff because people are doing that, and I've seen some people who have done that already, and they're very proud of the fact that they're stealing from a toy company. And I don't know. I know it's a multi-billion-dollar company, but at the same time, it's like, you know, they do all right by us for the most part, and you're basically stealing from them. So I'm, you know, as long as you sleep well at night, that's, you know, whatever you want to do. Times 2 with these guys. Yeah, exactly. And there are people... I haven't reported anybody because nobody in my leg's doing it that I know of. But it's all over the land, you know. They're like, yep, give us their information. It's like, all right. Did you say you lost them, Stud Sidious? Did you say they were broken? Or did you actually, like, pay dollars to get them? I think that's the difference. Because I will shun the non-believer. Shun the non-believer. I have to say that as ambassador, I have to say that it's frowned upon. So it's frowned upon. Yeah, and I've used it for like legit, this piece is broken, or I honestly don't have this in the set. Like, I looked everywhere and it's not included in the set. That's fine. I get that. But it's the, no, I don't know what happened. I didn't get 47 of these purple space guys. It's like, really? I ordered this set from you guys, and when I got it, none of the space guys were in any of the 20 sets that I ordered. Yeah, I've never honestly used the Pick-a-Brick wall or the Pick-a-Brick website. I go to the Pick-a-Brick wall locally, and that's about, or I use Bricklink, because Bricklink, like, because it's a third party, usually it's a person, they're like, yeah, I'll get this out to you like tomorrow. versus, oh, it's going to sit in our warehouse. It has to go through processing, and that's a couple days, and then it's going to sit in our warehouse for like a week, and then who knows on shipping? It'll take a while to get the shipping, and then like 2 weeks later, you're like, has my stuff shipped yet? You know. Versus me over here on Bricklink, I'm like, can I have that tomorrow? And they're like, yep, we'll get it. We don't even have to order it. We already know what you want. Okay, there's a nice cloud with a trailing thing on it, a nice nimbus. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look at Brick Owl. That's a good call. So, what do you like, Missy, about the online version about versus going to the store? Do you just not a big store goer? You're okay waiting for the part versus going to the store. The store is actually gonna not have everything versus going to the website where they have all the stuff or most of the stuff. Versus you go to the store and you're like, well, Houston had it. I don't know why we don't. How far down does this go? Right about there, maybe? Okay. And all these are extra. I have an extra something I missed. This is extra and it shouldn't be. Yep, there it is. It's also not extra yet. I have a few more steps. You hate the waiting. Bigger selection, but I hate the waiting. Never paid attention to Brick Owl, but once I tried everything and came back quickly. I'm going to have to remember that. I've never had a problem. The only problem I've ever had with Bricklink was one order, and it was an order that I placed from... and by problem, I mean, never got it. I've had delays. I've had it took a really long time because it was coming from Russia or something, but like, I only never got one, order before, and that was kind of disappointing. Okay, well, this is bent funny, and it won't unbend. It doesn't seem to want to stay as straight as you think it should be there, Lego. Alright, so here's your finished float. Lady with the guitar. Two people in front. One person in front there. Oh, goodness. That's a missing piece. Whoops. Hopefully that's not terribly critical. Yeah, I think so. And then we have a lady with the drum, with the big drum things on the thing here. She's gonna get tied up in this. There we go. Perfect. This lady's got her drums. And then this lady's drinking a boba. And then this lady's marching out front here. So this is the action for this. She's playing the drums. She hits the drums. Bum, 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 bum. You can see that. So that's very cool. So I'm going to move these both over here. And now we're on to our final. Put these guys still here. Some people over here. Got lucky you saw them on the side. Didn't go to the figure they would disappear, so I grabbed a small handful. Nice. Must have sold out for a while. I don't know. All right, so Oh, this is an indication of how to connect these. Okay, so you can, these bits in the back come off. That's why they come off so easily. And then they attach. And then you've got, man down. You've got these things in the front to attach these. So that's how they get pulled. And that's going to be very cool when it's all done. It is 9. Just keep dropping stuff. Where'd it go? It's 9 o'clock and I got 4 bags to get through. So let's get going. Don't think it's going to happen. And I've lost my bunny. 7, 9. Oh, there it is. This is a big float, apparently. If you'll all excuse me for a second, this sweatshirt is just murdering me. So I'm going to go put on a t-shirt and I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. All right, time to go on a diet because all my t-shirts, all my t-shirts are too tight. But I got my put on a happy face Will Heron shirt. Oh, I gotta go back and get the third one. All right, there he is, purple space dude. Some more great artwork. Just a great feel. I love this picture. I love this feel to this. That's very nice. All right, bag 7. Here we go. Oh, that's going to be great. So we've got a little kid. And I'm going to give him a happy face because the other option is a sad face. And nobody wants a sad kid. And this kid is adorable looking. He's got short legs. So, and he's got one of these envelopes that has the money in it. Right? So there's your kid. He's super cute. Look at the little freckles and that shirt with the back pocket. That's adorable. Going on there. And then we have another person who looks like they are another lady karate demonstrator, maybe. She has a headband and what looks like a gi. I'm making assumptions, and this is probably being stereotypical, but that's you make the call. I think that's a dual mold. I think that's 2 plastics. So that's a nice headband thing going on there. Oh, it's got the brick on the back. Look at that. She belongs to some brick dojo. Okay. Oh, she's got a big, yeah. She's one of the people. It's not that. She's running around the people in front of the stores with the black cats, lighting all the black cats on fire. That's cool. Lighting all the fireworks on fire to scare away. It's not scare away spirits. What is it? It's It's good fortune. It's for good fortune. It's a very unique way of doing this. Is that 5? What's up, Mayo? How goes? I didn't get to say bye to Brad, but he'll be back. He's good for it. Alright, here's this lady with lighting the fireworks. My hands are getting jittery because I'm trying to hurry. So that's pretty cool. And even with that, I don't know if she's going to stand up. There we go. That's pretty cool. I don't usually get bulk of one part, but if I see something cool, try to get a little bit. I'm kind of the same way when I go to the Pick-a-Brick. I don't get like a whole bucket of just one part. I get a bucket of like you know, a handful of everything on the wall. Because I'm like, well, I don't necessarily know what I'd use this for, but it'd be kind of nice to have that. Like, I don't have a goal in mind. I don't have a project usually that I'm like, oh, I need to go to the Pick-a-Brick wall and just get just this one thing. Oh, cool. Money tree. How was it? How was the money tree? I saw, oh, I forget her name now. Another channel is doing the money tree today, too. Another British YouTuber. Like Decabricks or Beccabricks or something. Oh, the wind is kicking up. It's a little blowy outside. I'm so excited for this shell walker. You guys have no idea. Like, it's coming together so great, and I'm so excited to like see it to completion. I can't wait to order the parts for it and like make it work. It's gonna be great. Almost forgot that gear. Alright, why does it feel the need to show me that? Like, if you followed the instructions, everything should be lined up alright. Mayo, I have not been watching NFL. How are your Eagles doing? I know, I heard tell that the Cowboys didn't make it, so... Not like I really care, but I mean, I'm in Texas, so I kind of, I guess I care by taxes. Like my taxes care. I'm not really sure how this works. So here's another model. This is probably going to rotate a couple different things here. So this is a good indication. This is a good example of 3 different types of models and what they move with the wheel and the gear and stuff. So all right, what am I excited for in terms of Lego coming up? I guess the botanical. Oh, nice. Very cool. Well, good luck to them. And to you. I'm excited for the botanicals that are coming out February 1st. I have a feeling I'm going to try to get them both, but I think that might be expensive, so we'll see. My eBay selling has been going pretty good for the architecture set, so I do have a little bit of extra money that I can get the botanicals right away, because I have a feeling they're going to go pretty quick. It's funny, I still didn't get the... I know it's out there. There's one at my grocery store that I've yet to get, but it's the Obi-Wan Jedi Starfighter with, is it Nala Se? Oh, God, itch. The Kaminoan figure. I still haven't got that. That's $30. I should just get it. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want another Obi-Wan figure. Not having Nala Se is not all that good, to be honest. But that's probably the best thing about that set. Kind of tweaked that they didn't use a friend's head for the Kaminoans. You know? Like, I feel like that was a lost opportunity. Yeah, I don't know if I want to get both. I saw the one when Sin brought the one that he got from Barnes & Noble or Walmart or whatever. That was the it wasn't the wildflowers. What is it? No, it was, wasn't it? Was that the wildflowers? And then there's the centerpiece. Foliage and for the money tree. Cool. What color were the pumpkins on the money tree? Were they also red? Or were they dark orange or just regular orange? He got the wildflowers. Okay, so there's the wildflowers in the center. I honestly think the centerpiece is cooler. I know not a lot of people are really into that one, but the dark pumpkins look cool, and I just like the color scheme for it. But whatever. So yeah, so now we've got red pumpkins on this, orange pumpkins regularly, and then in the centerpiece there will be dark orange pumpkins. It's gonna be great. Oh, good gravy. That's better. It's a little too chill. There's a great TikTok account that's a creator's making all this music, and it sounds like this. And they're kind of doing it with they're holding their drum pad and doing this, and then playing on this, and then playing their guitar, and kind of showing it being recorded all together and everything. And but the captions are always like, it's your first date with this girl that you've had a crush on, or the robot cop has finally reached the year he needs to. You know, there's always like a narration that goes with it, and it's always really good. Like, perfectly fits kind of the 80s aesthetic. I'm enjoying it very much. Haha. Okay, well, this kind of doesn't make any sense right now. I guess it will later. I thought maybe it had something to do with these rotating, but this connects them at the top, and so I don't know. And also, I don't know where that came from. So there's that. Oh, extra from maybe the, yeah, lightsaber. All right, bag 8. We're kind of early. Maybe we'll only go till 10:30. See you, Mayo. Thanks for coming by. Yep, we'll stop by when you're doing the castle. Here he is, the whole reason I got the set. Where did I put? So I misspoke the other day. I said there's no classic space purple torso, and that was wrong. Figure around here, and it's a purple space person, and it has the purple torso. So, yes, look at that. This is normally, and this is not the motorcycle helmet. This is the regular. It looks blue on the screen. I don't know why, but this is the regular space helmet. So, really weird that they would do this. Like, I don't understand. Other than we're just doing this to be cheeky to all the classic space people out there, but there you go. There's your purple space dude with like a regular celebratory shirt on. There is usually the alien head from the previous CMF. I feel that had that torso, and then this, the everyone is awesome. You can change the hands out, so it's all yours, man. All purple all the time. And he's got a Year of the Rabbit sign. To hold on to there. Which again, you can't really see, but you can see the rabbit okay. Just can't see the gold. So, there you go, purple space dude. Very exciting. I have 2 black space figs from childhood, glad I saved them. I have all my childhood figures. I just never had a Blacktron, a whole lot of Blacktron sets, but I have a few Blacktron figures. My brother was the Blacktron person. I've said that repeatedly. But he is. I don't know what this is. This is some kind of candy for this little girl. She has a cute little jacket on. Not much to that figure, but you can see the face and the jacket print. Go right there. All right, continuing on with the build. What's up, Brickable Cow? Good to see you. It's been a while. Thanks for coming on. You missed the glory that is the purple space fig. I mean, you didn't miss it. It's right there. It's just the unbagging of... Now this ostensibly is going to be a very big build because it's got 4 bags for it. So we'll see what happens. I would really like, so I'm a little bit of a weirdo about the classic space. Like, I'm not as huge into the classic space as I am the Futron stuff, but I would really love it if they did the next GWP to be a Futron to go with the Blacktron. I think that'd be great. I think they should do the Galactic Strategizer or Strategic. I forget what it's called. It's the one with the feet and the dome and the 2 hands. It's a little robot or a little mech kind of thing. That would be pretty amazing. I think that'd go well with the other ship. I would say do the Star Defender 200, but that's a little big. Maybe if they did the hovercraft or something. Galactic Pursuer, that's the one. You can tell the really old ones, they have specific gold metal ink for their planet print. Yep. Yeah, I don't know if I've still got it. Because that's Benny. But I have a blue one. I actually have a old blue one that I still have. And yeah, there's like the outline or the planet's got that gold print on it. It's very cool. Really made it snap. Speaking of shirts popping, I have not heard from Lego Masters at all. I don't think I'm going to either. I think I may have subconsciously submarined the interview. But I don't know. Haven't heard anything. And I would think they would have let us know by now because it's kind of a thing to ask for like 7 weeks off a month ahead of time. I don't think that's enough time to plan. I don't know. But we also only just did the interview like a week ago, so we'll see. We shall see. So what have you been up to, Brickable Cow? How's your life been? What have you been up to? Done any fun builds? Any builds that you thought were going to be good and turned out to be garbage? Anything you're excited for? Oh, this is really geared down. That's really cool. So you can see the wheel is turning this little gear, which gets to a bigger gear, which gets to a slightly bigger gear, and just it's really slowly moving that. So that's going to be cool. Very excited for that. Sorry about bumping the microphone. Let's see, I discovered a cool new band today that I didn't know existed. I watch a lot of shorts and TikToks, and there's that song that plays, and it's usually when there's an athlete doing something really cool or a plane executing some wicked maneuver. And it says, the guy goes, I am the righteous hand of God. I am the devil that you forgot. I don't remember the melody very well, so beg pardon. But it is a group called Poor Man's Poison. Yeah. Poor Man's Poison. And they're kind of like an alt folk group. Like if Stray Cats and Mumford Sons made a band. And I listened to like 3 or 4 of their songs today, and they're my new thing. They're great. So if you have some time, I would give them a listen. Been working, sorry, on the phone with kids, and I get to see them over the weekend, so I'm excited. Other than that, work, unfortunately. Yup. Yeah, I have a feeling tomorrow at work is going to suck, and I cannot tell you why I think it's going to suck. I just feel like it's going to suck. I feel like there's this one problem we've been having, and everyone's getting ready for this big conference, and people are going to be stressed, and it's just all going to come down at once. I've been doing a lot of things lately with where my boss will ask for something, and I go do it, and I think it's good, and it's done, and then he doesn't like the way it's been done, and so I have to go back and like kind of go, okay, well, I don't really know what you want now, and then try to guess and try to figure it out, and then it's like, well, now what I thought was fixed is on hold, so give me a minute, and we'll get it taken care of, but, you know, I'm moving on to other things now. Yeah, they asked that. They're like, have you ever been employed by Lego? Anything like that? I'm like, no. I was like, no, but I want to. And if you know anybody, they don't. They're a casting company. Well, that was the other thing. Like, I wanted to tell them, you know, they're asking all these questions, and I felt like saying, you guys did this like 2 years ago with me, and like zero has changed. I'm not that much of a different person in the last couple of years because I'm almost, you know, I'm older. I don't change all that much. My face looks exactly the same. My answers are all going to be the exact same. The only difference is the person I'm auditioning with is different. So I almost felt like saying, can you just look up my last interview and just kind of go with that? All right, it's very cloudy, very taco shell looking car so far. Bag 9. Yesterday was a disaster at the gas station. 6 a.m. the systems went down. Boo. And we tried to be operational until it couldn't. And the inventory truck pulled up, then found out it was someone drove away with pump 5 gas handle. Oh. So they just like drove off with the handle in their car and it ripped away. That's terrible, my man. Yeah, it does look like a taco shell. Do I still have a taco somewhere? Thought I did. Where's the taco? This is gonna fall, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's a taco. It's a taco. These were our builds for Brick Fiesta last year, or Brick Fiesta. Woof. Brick Rodeo. This is what you get in your swag bag. Comes in a nice box, and you get all the fixins, and you can do a corn or a flour tortilla, and it comes with all the parts in here to make all kinds of different stuff in your taco, right? It's very cool. Really well done. The box art was great. Designed by somebody. This was done by Bart, the model, and then Josh did the box art. And it says howdy when you open it up. It's really cool. Johnny G, what's shaking? Leftover taco. Literally leftover. It's like a year old. Underneath my stack of GWPs over here. Like, I've never been so disappointed. Tasted nothing like a real taco. Oh, this is a big one. We got a pirate. We've got a... Oh, you know what? This makes sense now. I didn't put this together. So this kind of would be the anniversary of Lego, as well as the Year of the Rabbit. So the 90th anniversary, we got the Galactic Explorer. We got the 90th anniversary castle. The 3-in-1 pirate ship would be the only thing. I don't think we got like a 90th pirate ship or anything, but now the purple spaceman makes a little more sense why we got that. So I kind of get it. This guy has a Bluetooth headset. This guy's got a Bluetooth headset under his pirate hat. Or an earring. I'm not really sure. Okay. He also has a sign. That's a sticker. Which is number 5. Well, I'm trying to remember, Stud, if they did last time. Like, I have a feeling they didn't, and we reached out to them and we're like, hey, we're just following up to see if... Yeah, I don't care if this makes it on there. We're just following up to see if we made it or if we should be waiting. And they're like, yeah, we decided to go with someone else. And I think it was after we approached them. So if we don't hear back, maybe they will just not respond. And, I mean, I honestly would be okay with that. I'm not, like, I won't be sad if we don't get on. I think Justin might, but I don't think I will. This is 3 flowers. These are like meat sticks or something. He's eating something. Well, I appreciate that too. I'm glad to hear that. All right, this is just... Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's not. So this dude is eating, I guess, not a turkey leg, because he would be Renaissance-y, but there's that dude. All right, so I think that's going to be all the figures now. Let's play countdown. All right. This is a bunch of these little circles, little dots. I actually didn't get too many on Instagram this time. I think I got 2 or 3. The thing is, I don't... For the first couple ones that came across, I actually responded. Me, man. Thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming by. The first like couple that got me this time around, they sent me messages and I was like, I don't mean to be rude about this, but I've interviewed once already. If you're interested, let me know. You know, but you know, you guys should have all my stuff still already. So, whatever. Gotta go. Have school tomorrow. Well, you know what? I appreciate the sub. Drive-by sub. Not gonna complain. I'm gonna complain about this. thing getting in here, not coming out. There we go. I was going to ask you all kinds of questions, me man. Who's your daddy and what does he do? No, I'm not going to ask that. I also have work tomorrow, but I generally don't care. All right, this is assuming you can get all these hats in here. So we've got pretty standard city stuff. There's like another castle type hat. There's a fireman hat and a construction cap, and they all go in here. You kind of have to bug casting agents. They're usually all over the place. I used to direct TV commercials for Fox. Boy, were they casting agents. They're eclectic. I will say the lady we talked to was very nice. And I'm just an old dude, right? So I'm like, well, what is she, 12? That's when you know it's probably time for you just to shut up and go put on your slippers and watch Jeopardy. But very young. And of course, even with the young looking and whatever, she's like, well, this is like my third casting company. And I'm like, really? You know, wow. Something clicked over here and I'm not happy about that. Well, because they're just trying to make product, right? They're just trying to get as much done as they can to pitch to the studios, so they're just constantly going. Got a bit of a Metroid flair to this music going on right now. Actually know some people who were in commercials. I've got some kind of successful friends from college that have made it to Broadway and done some commercials and done some movies. So that's pretty cool. Makes me think, hey man, if I would have stuck with it, could I have gone to New York and spent all that time and money and got a commercial of my very own, or been on a Broadway. See, the problem with Broadway plays too is this is not right, is it? Is I was always the, like, never leading man. Was always the comedic sidekick character. That's just the roles I was born to play, apparently. So I don't know how many of those were rolling around in New York. I'm sure a million guys were trying to get those parts. Very slick on that one. Some of that butter yellow mixing in there. Yup. I don't think I've done something right here. I feel like I keep missing... Oh, it says 2 there. Okay. Oh, it's that time of the night where I'm hungry. And it's stupid because it's like 9:40. And this isn't going as fast as I wanted it to. It's like every step is 2 little bitty pieces. These are great. These corner pieces in this color, for the most part, they've been hidden underneath stuff, but these would be great, like, focal pieces for something. Cool. Thank you, bumpers without stickers. Because those stickers were just not great. And that looks good. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're always shockingly like unique and good colors and part usages and stuff. And I'm really sad that I have yet. They haven't done a ton of Lunar New Year sets, but enough to where every time I see one in the store, I don't know, 4 years? How long have they been doing this? Every time I see them, I'm like, you know, I should get that. That looks like a lot of fun. The one where it was like they were at home and they were all eating. It was like a big table and like the family was eating, and all the different tiles had different like foods on them. I was like, that's really great. I want it. So our supporter group for our football club has put out a couple like scarves and jersey designs for the upcoming wave of stuff. And I keep seeing it going, I could draw that. Why am I not doing this? And then I was like, meh. Oh yeah, I remember, because I hated doing it all the time. Just that feeling of never really getting anything done, which is why I would do it super fast and then be mad at myself for not getting anything done. So my art always looked like garbage because I had no discipline. 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. All right, cloud. One cloud. Oh, okay. Put that guy right there. Because I missed that guy, apparently. When did that guy show up? Okay. Cloud. And 4 of these guys. What other Asian architecture sets are there? I'm trying to think. So there's like the Great Wall. There's the little Shanghai postcard street scene architecture set. There was one, and I can't. It's a long Chinese word. It's like 12 characters. Starts with an S. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. That looked really cool. It was fun to take it apart. Anyway. 2. And 3. Just didn't know if there were any like really big ones. Because some of those architecture sets, they're very fun, but they're also very small. So you think, oh, this is going to be great. Oh yeah, Ninjago. Nah. Didn't even think of that. You're right. Cool. That cutaway slope piece in this color. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the Ninjago City, Tower City, whatever it was, that really big one, that was super great. That was one that I really, really thought about, even though I never bought a single Ninjago set willingly. It's usually like it gets gifted via the lug or something. Shelf of Shame, half-completed ideas. Yeah, I've got several of those. All right, so now we start on the other side. Remember this thing that you wanted to build? Yeah. Please don't bring it up. I honestly don't have a whole lot designed or half built. I have a lot of things like half designed. My Google Drive is full of like half started ideas where I'm really into it and I spend nights dreaming about it and this is going to be the best thing ever and it's going to be so great. And then like about 2 months into it, I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of it. It took too long to realize, pretty much. If I stick with the Horizon Zero Dawn animals for more than a month, I would be really shocked. Like, I think the only reason I'm probably really going to stick with it is because I know I'm going to need more mocks to take with me to Brick Rodeo in the summer. And I don't want to just rely on the microfighters, so very likely I'll be doing that. Because they're a good thing that I can put a lot of them down and just kind of build out scenery. And scenery is not hard to do. It doesn't have to be very specific. So but yeah, a couple ideas so far have just gone. I may or may not get back to them all, you know, same thing. Just bad at keeping track or ordering parts for them or going through and sorting for the parts or... Ooh, that's a lot of parts. Shoot, my Q2 stadium was only 4,500 parts. Most of those were tied up in the seats. Because I wouldn't order parts. Dag nabbit. I'll be danged if I'm ordering more parts. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, God. The sneezing and the headaches is just... Oh, no. I don't know where it's come from either. Replace the filter. Haven't really been outside at all today. Just suddenly. Allergic to conversation about Legos. Lego parts. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, those... You get really into the style of the architecture and you just get... It's almost like greebling spaceships. There's just so much involved to make a specific shape that you end up sinking, you know, 100 pieces into like little bits around a window, and then you've got 40 windows, and you're like, well, that one window's 900 pieces, or that one row of windows is 900 pieces. This shape right here is very pleasing when these two curved plates come together. That's really nice. Really enjoy that. Alright, this is pretty good. I can dig this. See, if we were on Twitch, then this would have... There's no bot for this, I don't think, in YouTube, but this would kind of show what song was playing out of Pretzel. This is Forged in Stars by Chipsel on Spectra. I don't know what that means. Forged in Stars, Chip Soul, Spectra. There's like 2 names here. Je ne sais pas. Speaking of greebling, I'm trying to decide if if a ship is in my future anytime soon. I want to plan for another ship timber this year. I want to stick with doing my small stuff. Small stuff I like because it makes me feel accomplished, and also I have room to show it off. Like if I was working on a ship, I don't know that I would have room for it anywhere. Why does that not seem like it's... There we go. That's what didn't click on the other side. I'd have to empty out whole tables and whole sections full of stuff just to be able to work on it. I like the greebling that's done the way I've seen it, where it's like there's just a skeleton of a ship, and each like panel, like you build the panel and then you just put the panel on there, right? Instead of like you build a whole ship and then you kind of throw greebling on there. It's like, no, every section's got its own like flow, and you know, that's the way to do it. You played a guitar on MTV. That ain't working. So I'm watching Willow, and they do the thing like A Knight's Tale did, where it's medieval-ish, but it's got like modern music, which I'm a fan of. I think that's kind of fun. It doesn't always work, but it works sometimes, and I think for Willow it kind of worked. There's other parts that absolutely did not work, but I think they fell victim to it being a pandemic, and they couldn't really fill out the world. You know, the world's just kind of felt very empty. But they did have some fun songs, and at one point they played Money for Nothing at the end of one of the songs. They always kind of build it up in the background as the last little bit of action's happening, and then they go to their closing little, you know, art renders of the cast and stuff. And, oh, I get it, it's a brick. I had no idea what I was building for a second. I was like, oh, it's a brick. Alright, my OCD is going to really kick in here. I have to get this exactly right. Okay. But they played Money for Nothing, and I was like, oh, this is a great song. I love it. They did it's a good choice. And then I sang a little bit ahead in my head, and I was like, oh, but there's that one line in the song they probably shouldn't be singing. And they got to it, and they just kind of went to the next verse. And I'm like, okay, well done. I'm like, don't overdub it. Don't do anything weird. Here's your Lego brick. So this float is celebrating Lego. I love it, because all the stuff's going to be on it. Yeah, and I think it was the emptiness. Like, there were things... I think they had to sacrifice a lot, like an entire episode or maybe that got shorted out. There was... I didn't see... Like, I didn't see as much of the 4 bad guys, the Gales, as I thought I would. They were introduced to be these, like, the bad guys who were going to follow them, and then they ended up kind of not being. The whole side trip with the red-haired girl finding her family were bone reavers or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, that's cool. I think it needed, like, one more episode, you know? Like, there were some good bits to it, just not a ton like I was expecting. Is that it? A lot of leftover. Okay, they've all got signs and stuff, so I guess that's okay to have an extra of that. Yeah, I expected one more after that. I was like, okay, now I'm ready for the final. And then it didn't happen. All right, so it's 10 o'clock. I got one bag left. It's not a lot. If you want to hang out, great. If not, I know it's 10 o'clock. Well, the reason I think it worked, the humor worked in the 80s is because that's the style of filming that was the 80s. There was a lot of like unintentional humor because the actors were all pretty accomplished actors who could kind of flow with it. This felt like they weren't really being allowed to flow. They were like over scripting everything. And also, I don't think Val Kilmer and Warwick Davis and the lady who played Saoirse were all that much older than these kids in this one in the 80s. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but they're probably in their 30s and not their 20s, you know? So it's like, it felt like there was maybe a bit of gravitas missing from the group. I thought Borman was great. The guy who played Borman, he was fine. No notes. 100% no notes. Loved him. Like everything he said, his action, the way he held himself, not a problem. He could just have a show about him, and I'd be all right with it. Him and Willow. That's all I need. And I wanted more brownies. Yeah, I wanted more. What's his name? Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts now. Shoot, he's the guy who does the great William Shatner impression. Not impressive comedian, impressionist comedian. Sharber? No, thank you. Shatner. Kevin Pollak. Yes. I like Kevin Pollak. I thought he was great. I'm sad that the other guy died, or Orbach, or James something. The other comedian who was the other brownie, I think he died, so that's why he wasn't in this. But it's kind of fun to see his daughter and be like, she doesn't do anything, you know. Oh, we got some firecrackers here. This music is like when I play. Yeah, I'm always finding some of this chiptune stuff kind of like when I'd play R-Type or I would play Metroid, and I would just listen to like, I'd listen to like Jesus Jones and some stuff back in, because I was kind of a nerd in high school. That was just, you know, doing this. Mega Man series of Lego. That would be pretty rad. Alright, so we've got some fireworks. We've got two of these cloud pieces, which are outstanding. I want to get a little Goku and put him behind this. Build a little. You got two of them. Build a little Nimbus for him. Let him ride around on it. My son, or the kid's mom's made me a Nimbus patch for my soccer jacket. It's just a little yellow cloud. I'm like, Nimbus! And they're like, yeah, Greg said you'd like that. We have no idea what that means. I'm like, all right. So, if Lego would make a Macross series, I would go nuts. Like, there's so many properties from when I was a kid that if Lego decided they wanted to do it, I would be behind 100%. They did Voltron, they did Optimus Prime, they could do... I don't know why they couldn't... I mean, I get that they couldn't do Macross because it's pretty warfare-ish. Like, the whole point of a lot of that is we're at war with aliens. But I mean, we're at war with aliens everywhere else in Lego. So I don't know. I think that'd be pretty rad. It's a rights thing, I'm sure. Like, they'd have to go through Harmony Gold, which doesn't exist, and then they have to go through the other 152 companies that somehow own Macross / Robotech. See, Zelda makes sense. Like, it hasn't really been picked up. And to get a minifig of Link and just be able to build worlds, that would be really awesome. Yeah, Goku on a Nimbus Lego. That should be a like... Well, you know what they could have done? That would have been a great Dimensions set. I really wish I would have gotten to Dimensions when it was around. I feel bad, because there was a lot of cool stuff in there that I missed out on. I didn't get my Portal. What was her name? It wasn't Chell, was it? Who's the Portal lady? Am I missing a piece? Okay, go through the other ones just to make sure. Can't be. It's gotta be under there. Yep. It's like, find the big piece that's under there. Yeah, I think it was Chell, wasn't it? Chell was also the lady from Road to El Dorado, too, so I kind of... So I always want, like, Mask or Centurions or something very niche in 80s. I think Mask would be really good, because then you could have minifigures with cool helmets. And Centurions just make sense because there's those big buildable figures, like the Star Wars figures that we had for a while, and they're just like Bionicle skeletons. And you just take pieces off and attach new pieces. And it's like, now he has these missiles, and now he's got this big jetpack. Now he has a different jetpack, and this guy's got stuff he can swim underwater. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Alright, here's another gold one that I'm not going to be able to see. Oh, this one I am going to be able to see a little bit, because it's got red in it. You've got red on you. See, when they print the red and the gold, it looks a lot better. Like, you can tell what that is. That's very easy to see. Yeah, I mean, the whole line was great. Like, the Doctor Who stuff and some of the Batman stuff and the Lord of the Rings stuff and just good stuff, man. Oh, man, now you're going to make me do a bunch of Lego stickers, aren't you? It's a big brick now. This is what's going to take all night. I just want to go lay in bed and watch TikToks. Is there going to be another one? Yeah, maybe on these. Custom Link fig for Mox. I know. I think the next microfighter that I want to do is the oh, what's the name of the ship? The Ebony Hawk, the Ebon Hawk, because of the I just want to show off the Revan figure, but it's one of those where I can only really show it off on like Instagram. There's no way I'm taking that to a convention. I'll get some like nonsense Sith figure or something to put in its place. Something that looks kind of like Revan, but it's not. There was that series, there was like a battle pack that was like Sith Commandos or something like that. That was like, you've never seen this anywhere in Star Wars, but here's a battle pack for it. It's like I don't recognize any of these guys. They're like, oh, yeah, they're Star Wars. It's like, okay, dude. So it's a big block on the back. Big block of Lego. Little block of Lego. So that's pretty cool. I think these guys like Lego. I don't know about you guys, but I think there's a... So some customs I like. The Big Kid Bricks does good customs. Minifigs Me does good customs. Firestar Toys does pretty good customs. But yeah, then you see some stuff on like Pinterest or Etsy, and it's not really a molded plastic. It's just like, it looks like it's clay that was painted, and you're like, I think the people, may have come from like a D&D minis background where they're like, no, I'll just make my own mini. And you're like, okay. But you should ask the Big Kid Bricks guy and see if he's got one, or if he plans on doing one. He may have plans to do one. Kind of cheating by doing this, but I don't know which way this is supposed to point initially. Okay. Let's just say there. Somebody must have one. I know the customs that I need for some of my Star Wars figures. I'm never gonna get an Ulic Keldrama from Tales of the Jedi. I'm just gonna have to kit bash something. Keep glancing at my phone. I know I'm missing. I cannot believe, like, there's this vendor that has completely ignored us. I'm so bent out of shape about this, and I normally don't get bent out of shape about work stuff, but I'm like so mad at these people. And it's Oracle. It's a giant freaking company, and I'm like, okay, we must not. Ugh. Oh, you want pad printing? Okay. That's fair. I mean, that's fair. I think UV printing is UV printing. I don't know if it's cheaper, but I've seen a lot of people do it. So I don't know if it's just because the setup's easier or what. Nope, that needs to be like this. Doesn't matter because these are all swinging wildly. Oh, well, it doesn't matter either. Swinging wildly. I don't like when they have like loose connectors over axles, and they're like, it must face this way, and it's all like floating around, and you're like, okay, well, give me something to connect it to, and then we'll figure it out. But until then, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, then I'm going to invest in a pad process. Why not? I have 2 Lego stickers left, and I'm really worried about where they think they're going to go. Probably on this somewhere. Nope, I found it. It's going to be on this one. Right here. And I have one more sign to make, because there's one more sticker here. Ooh, oh, no, that's way off. That's better. Oh, this heater is just blowing right on me and I'm dying. Dying, I say. You should get a pad printer. They make small home version now. They're just as good as the industrial version. I might do that. Only because I'm tired of waiting for people to make my weird Star Wars figures. There is a Big Kid Bricks figure that I want that's like $200. It's a Admiral Trench, and he's done like the whole head sculpted bit with the dude's like spider head things coming off, and he's got 2 arms, and he's got a big cloak, and I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. I want it. Yeah, I hate it too. I'm like this close to going and turning it off, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm almost done. I'll just deal. I'm fine. Well, bubbled UV printing is going to be better than like these dumb clear stickers that I can barely see what's printed on them. All I see are my dang fingerprints. And the air trapped underneath them. That's kind of gross. I don't like that. That's hard to see. Sorry. Oh wait, those aren't supposed to be that direction at all. Yeah, these are supposed to go like this. Ta-da! And then like that. And I don't exactly know where these are supposed to go, because it doesn't really tell you. Like that. That's good. So here's what it looks like so far. Big Lego float. I didn't realize it was a Lego float when I bought this. Like, I had no idea. That's pretty rad. It makes so much more sense now. Ooh, red half pins. I don't think I've seen red half pins. I need to talk to... So the ladies have purchased... and for those who don't know, the ladies, when I say the ladies, it's my ex-wife and her wife. So the kids' moms. And we're very good friends. So when I say the ladies, that's who I'm talking about. They have a... they went and spent some dollars on a embroidery machine, like a high-end embroidery machine. So I need to talk to... And Claire, stepmom Claire, is also a graphic artist who... gone to school and everything like that, and like to this day still wants to do screen printing, and had a screen printing set up and wants to make shirts and all this stuff, and occasionally gets back into it and tries to locate all of her stuff and everything. I bet if I said, hey, we should get into like pad printing for Lego figures, you guys would make a killing. Ooh, this is cool looking. So it's all these little gold half dome 1x1s, and they're in this cluster. This is going to be, whatever it is going to be cool looking. I just know it. The other thing is I need to get access to some vector programs, and I know I can do it online, but I'd really like to have like, and again, it's you get the tools, you spend the time to invest in something and put the time into getting better at doing some vector art so I could make these designs, and I'm not just like perpetually sketching out ideas and going, that'd be cool if I had this, and then giving up, you know. Oh, that's really neat looking. I don't know why I find this really fascinating. And a little gold dish. It's all gold, and then it's offset by this stupid pearl gold thing. Oh well. Just a neat lantern thing. Just kind of cool looking. Yeah, and I used to work in Illustrator all the time doing lettering for comic books. That's where I would do stuff. But I forget how I got that license. Like, I forget how I got a copy of Adobe Illustrator. It must have just been like a light version, or I got it. I'm pretty sure I pirated it from somebody. But I was in Illustrator all the time. I almost got a job with Polycom doing basically Adobe Illustrator work. They were hiring a graphic designer to do like instructions for their phones, right? They're like, we're doing an instruction, and we're basically, you got to translate it into Russian, or you got to translate it into Arabic or something like that. But you have to go through all of the instruction manuals and make little changes here and there. And I'm like, this is perfect. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I do this for fun at home. Like, I've got Illustrator at home, and I just, when I'm done working, I go home and I letter comic books, and I just kind of do it for fun. Like, I don't get paid to do it because it's all my friends' comic books that I'm working on. So I just do this for fun in the evenings. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. And I told them, I'm like, this is, this would be the exact same process I'd go through for this. And they didn't get the job. Like, the whole program was wiped out or something afterwards. So I was like, all right. But that would have been fun for a hot second. This is going to be some sort of alligator. Yeah. A fun little alligator. Or dragon. I guess dragon, maybe. Yeah, dragon. I think this is supposed to be like a dragon from maybe one of the original castle sets. Something like that. That's the idea. Wasn't there like a little buildable dragon or a complete molded figure dragon for one of the castle sets? Oh, Brickley? That's the name of the dragon? His name's Brickley? That's funny. Okay. I will look that up. Yeah, we're almost done. Is it 10:30 yet? Oh, it's getting so close. Did really good. Did 5 bags in 2.5 hours. That's pretty average, actually. Oh, man. That figures. And it never falls, like, right where I can see it. It's always like, no, I'm going to fall under something. Did I? Yes, I have an extra. This is why they give you all the extra parts. So you just go back over here and get one if it falls. And your fat belly doesn't catch it in time. Oh, cool. These are printed. No stickers. I think the stickers are done. No more stickers. So this is Brixley's body, the old school Lego mascot. human, 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 human. Toin. Cool. Oh, it goes up. Snaps into that. The tiles with the dragon scales, you missed them on the site, on the PAB. I think this is about close to being done, so I'm going to start saying thank you to everybody for being here tonight. Again, I've pinned a charity at the top. If you are in a position where you can donate to it, please do. If not, I would try to pick an Asian American or Pacific Islander charity of some sort to contribute to if you can. In the wake of the shootings at the Half Moon Dance Studio. That would be amazing. I should check the PA brick. Yeah, so should I. I don't know. I don't check the brick wall, but I'm also like, I don't really check anything until I need to. Until like I need it for a set, and by then it's like, oh, you should have got them when they were on the wall. And I'm like, ah, of course. Thanks for telling me now. All right, that's all done. So I got some extra pieces here. They go up to the side. And this is your final, and it just goes around in a circle. So here's your final float for the evening. It looks like there's a hole on this side, and I don't know why. So there's another hole over here, and I'm not really sure why that's over there. I have to look back into it. This is for somebody to stand on. So you've got your purple space guy here. He can cover up that hole. And then you got your pirate dude right here. And then you got this dude. So there's your float. There's your Lego float. Chock full of Lego goodness. Got some fireworks off the back to be shooting. That's super cool. And yeah, so here's the rest of the entourage. You can line these up however you want. And if you were to connect all these, let's say you wanted to connect all these, there are these connectors, and I'm going to try to do this without ruining all of them. Yep. It's hard to get your hands in there to push them together. And we'll put the Lego guy in the back. Nobody puts baby in a corner. So yeah, the idea is that you can then attach all these guys. I think this guy can go back here in any fashion you want. Or if you were to get more of these floats and build them in the exact same way. And you can see it's kind of funky to get them attached, but now that they are attached, you can pull them thusly and they will go, oh, and they will fall apart. Okay, so this is a little funky. I'm trying. Wow. Just not doing the thing I want, huh? So this is a bit delicate, but I kind of wanted to do them all at once. So you could see all the motion. And that's very cool. Okay. So this is your full parade with all your figures, all the parade goers with fireworks and big head lanterns and music. And then here's all your parade viewers. This is another musician here. You know, people eating stuff, people on their phones, sharing stuff with their family, taking photos, and whatnot. So this was cool. This was a lot of fun. Really good part selection. Really fun builds. Motion in it. This would be a cool thing to do if you wanted to do, again, we were talking about this last stream, if you wanted to do a like a Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade kind of thing, or if you wanted to do what we should have done with our lug group challenge build was like Mardi Gras floats. I think that would have been very cool. You can always get like people with trumpets and drums and things to do big bands in there, so you can have floats and bands and balloons and all kinds of stuff. So a lot of fun. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. That's it for now. So yeah, I'm going to keep working on the Horizon guys. Let me see if these are still up. Very excited about getting these guys done. The Strider is done. Just got to order the parts for it and see if this harness actually works. And then I'm very excited to be working on this guy, the Shell Walker. So the next part is just get these legs all done, which I got some ideas for that. And finish up that big old claw. But yeah, this is turning out really good. I'm really excited about that. I think the scale is probably a little big, but not too big. The build itself, she needs to be about this high up to the legs. So that's probably a pretty good size. Terratron is one of those projects that I know I need to get back into, and I will. I think I got to the point where it was looking too simple, and I kind of gave up on it in favor of wanting to do better ground, like learning a bit about how to make better vignette ground display kind of looking thing versus kind of a play feature. So I'd like to get back into it. Maybe next Sunday we'll work on that. We'll see how it goes. But that's it for now. Thanks again for being here and hanging out. And I hope you guys have a really good week. And I'll see you Thursday. I think Thursday maybe we'll do some more Horizon. Maybe we'll do some Terratron. Maybe we'll part out some pieces or sort. I don't know yet. But you guys have a great rest of your week. And I'll talk to you in a couple days. Bye.